Well, the kit's essential because everything we've done with the students' real hands is quite impressive and it's a good start, but that's whole class. And when you work in a whole class situation, it's very difficult to see who's learning and who's not. When the students have their own materials, that's when we can do consolidation, practice, and the teacher will see what they've learned. So as soon as I start using the kit, I take the cards from the kit and I'll put 10 of these in a plastic bag. So every student has 10 tens, they can make 100, and I'll put one of every number up to 9. So they'll be able to model any 2-digit number that I can imagine and ask them to do by themselves or in pairs so that they can talk about it. If you can imagine in a classroom, I've seen so many students that can count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, but it's just like a nursery rhyme. It has no meaning. But if they're using these and laying them out on the desk, 10, 20, 30, 40, I can stop them at any time and say, what number is that? How many fingers is that? How many tens is it? What will the next one be? How many tens you need to make 100? It's so much more powerful than doing it with numerals or just doing it orally. And once they've done that, then they can start to put together any pairs of numbers to show 2-digit numbers. For example, I can just say I want to see 45 fingers and see if they can model it. And when they're ready, they might even put those tens like this to show this is the tens place. I have 4 tens right there in the tens place and another 5 in the ones place. When they're ready, I ask questions like this: work with your friend, and I want you to make a number that has tens and ones in it. They can make any number they like. So everybody in the class is making something different, a number with tens and ones. Then I say, talk it over with your friend and make the number that goes with that one to make 100. And all around the classroom we have dozens and dozens of different pairs that make 100. When I write on the board what they've done, they always say, oh look, the tens always add up to 90 and the ones add up to 10. It works every time. It's so much more powerful than doing it with just numerals. Another advantage of using the DecaCards kit is students soon figure out for themselves it's great fun making 2-digit numbers with their friends in front of the class. But you can't make really big numbers like 3- and 4-digit numbers, but you can if we give you something like this. And we want the students to see that this is 10 of these and the 1,000 chart is 10 of these. Once I was working in a class, before I'd introduced these, the students didn't know that I had ways of showing 100 and 1,000. And I asked a girl to come to the front of the class and model a number. She was very happy and confident because she was expecting something like 63, and I asked for 2,357. She looked a bit surprised, but she was very determined, and she kept choosing students in the hope that she would get enough to do it. Eventually I asked her how many students are in the room, and she said 30. So I said, and this is a good question, for around about grade 2 or 3, if 30 students all do this, how many fingers would it be? She thought for a while and said 300. Oh, I better go next door and get some kids from there. She hadn't realised that she really was never going to get enough until we produced this. When she saw the hundreds and the thousands, she made the number very confidently, and it was a very powerful demonstration to the class of much larger numbers.